out. Look at that stuff. Now what do you see? Awesome art or something crafty. What can I make? How long will it take? Now you're in the art zone. The art zone. The zone. The zone. The zone. Art zone. Art zone. Art zone. Art zone. Art zone.
Hello everyone, this is The Zone, the Art Zone. Today we'll be creating some very remarkable arts and crafts. We will only use materials found around the house and the natural world. You will be amazed how easy it is to create with things you usually throw out. Today we're going to hook up with Kimmy and be creative, artistic, and resourceful. I'm going to show you how to collect materials, build a house, and some wonderful guests are going to stop by. Let's get into the zone. Today we're going to make nature.
Bronson, we can't make nature.
A nature collage, that is.
Yeah, that's it. We're going to need lots of different colors of paper from magazines. So you're going to need magazines, or you can use tissue paper, glue, a box or a piece of cardboard that you can do all your collaging on, and a pencil. We're going to cut out pictures from the magazines. We don't even have to worry about what the image is because we're just worried about the color. We're going to separate all our colors into different piles like we have here, and then we have a nice palette of colors to work with.
And we have them in different categories: blue, green, yellow, red, and brown, and some purple.
And a little bit of pink.
Just a little bit of pink.
So all you really do is you look at, let's say if you wanted that picture of the car. We don't want the picture of the car. All we want is the color.
Here's some more blue.
Yeah.
So we don't have to cut out the mountains, we just want the blue.
Bronson, I was thinking let's do the old nature with mountains and snow caps.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We have to have a river because we got lots of blue.
Here's our horizon.
I'm gonna cut out some more green while you're doing that.
Here's a nice river happening. Zoom. Zoom. Maybe this area will have a color.
How about pink?
Okay, pink here.
Pink and red. And the water, obviously blue.
Okay. But you never know, I might make an orange river if I really want it.
Yeah.
Art zone. Art zone. Art zone. Art zone.
And the next step is starting to fill in the spaces with our colors.
All right, let's get at her. I'll do this mountain here.
What about the sky?
Blue, let's make it blue. Now, the great thing about this project is you can also cut your shapes in interesting ways to give your picture interesting features. So instead of just putting a big blob of red on there, right, we can have some different shapes of red. At this point, we're not gluing. Let's just get our colors in place, and then we can see what we have. And when these are done, they make absolutely gorgeous pictures. Anybody would be happy to have it up in their home. Nice curvy sky. The greatest thing about this is you can have all kinds of textures in your picture. Here's wavy red hair, but I'm going to put it in my mountain. This is a very hairy mountain. It's just hairy to climb. It's stripes of tiles. Bronson, I'll start working on the green underneath here.
I'm gonna make my sun interesting. I'm gonna put a bunch of different shapes on it, just to give it a little kick like everything else.
Of course, you don't have to make a landscape collage. You can make a face collage, or an animal collage, or a scene. Two basketball players playing, you know, and the ball is up in the air, but everything is collage. And it's a great way to add color without using one pencil, crayon, or felt, or paint, yet you've got all these colors. So you can't say, oh, I don't have paint, or I don't have pencil crayons. You can't use that excuse anymore for not creating.
And I like this kind of collage a lot better than the normal collage. So you get to design your own picture. And the great thing about making this kind of collage, it's all recycled. When you have at least this much laid down,
you can start gluing.
Time to glue away.
And it's best to go right off of your paper so you get all your edges glued so you don't get curvy edges.
You got nice clean edges. Since it's all gonna be glued anyways, I'm just gonna glue right onto the cardboard.
Oh, clever idea. I'm gonna do that too.
And this is where you get to overlap and just start having fun with it.
You don't want any of the box left showing, that's for sure.
None whatsoever.
I like this new way you're doing it, Bronson.
Thanks.
My curly mountains.
Now we're just gonna keep on gluing, but I'll show you one that we made earlier. Me and Kimmy did.
It's the lid of this box.
1, 2, 3, ta-da!
Ta-da!
As you can see, we used red for the mountains. We just changed up the color a little bit, made it a little bit cooler, because there's no such thing as red mountains, unless you're on Mars, of course, but. And we got some purple mountains over here, some pink over here, and look at how we did that water. We just made nice squiggly lines down like real water. You gotta make it look a little bit realistic. And look at our sun. We used some corn for that. And some other different colors, some yellow.
We use niblets.
And for the mountains, we just put a bunch of red along here. Then to give it a little bit more of something, something, we just put some more of these things just coming down like that. And that's how you make your nature collage here in the Art Zone. I just got some mail, picked up some mail from my uncle because he's out of town, he's on vacation. Yeah, and he told me to stop by and check out his house because, you know, he's out of town and all on his vacation with his wife and his kid, my cousin. Now I'm going to check out my uncle's transformer drawer. Should I get my key? I'll just leave his mail there for him. And here's my uncle's transformer drawer. He said I can take something from here. So I'm just gonna look around. My cousin's little baby toy, Jake. Nice crest. Has he got any messages? Nope. What else does he have in his transformer drawer? Hey, some bolts. I don't think he'll mind. He said I could take something from here. Thanks, Uncle, for showing me your cool transformer drawer and telling me to get your mail. But Thanks for the $5 to you. And now I'm going to take these back to the art zone, and I'm going to transform them into something new. This house is completely done. Everything is made from recycled materials found around the house. You can make one too.
Every time we get together, we'll make something for the playhouse.
Are you with us? Then let's get started. Welcome to the home zone. Today we're going to make a nice toasty fireplace.
You're going to need some twigs, a lid from a box, some styrofoam, a little bit of aluminum, some cellophane, brown paper, cardboard, and glue and scissors.
And if you don't know what cellophane is, because neither do I, it's this red see-through paper. So let's get started on our fireplace.
Bronson, how about you make the mantle?
Okay.
Okay. We've got everything already pre-cut. You just have to wrap it. And here's something we've already done as well, just to hurry the process along. We sponged bricks and then just painted a little bit of mortar in between them. I need to cut the mantle out.
So all I have to do is just wrap this around here, right?
Use two though, so it's nice and thick, so it's a big pretend thick piece of wood.
Okay, did you hear that? 2 pieces of cardboard.
Yeah. And that's what you want.
I got my 2 pieces of cardboard glued together, and I already have the bottom piece glued. So I'm just gonna stick it right on like so. Just do the top. Take a snip right on this. Actually, doesn't even need a snip, does it?
Really, does it? Bronson, why don't you tell some other ways, if you don't have any paint and a sponge, how else could you put bricks on that brown paper?
Of course, you can just color it on with felt.
You bet.
Actually, it would probably look better if we just colored that on, but we already have it painted.
Pencil crayons.
Felts, crayons.
Yeah, just regular crayons, eh, Bronson?
Mm-hmm.
Now where I cut it out, I just go like this now, and then to the corners, glue it.
You see how she's just folding it over like that? Because then you'll have those edges that they don't curl over as much. It looks a lot better when it just curls over.
This is a half of a shoebox lid, right? That's all it is.
And if you don't have a shoebox lid, you can just get a piece of cardboard and just cut it out into this shape.
Are we ready for our mantle?
And dun-dun!
There we go. Let's push it out so it's, yeah, perfecto.
Hold that upside down.
Press. Now we need the back of our guy. Here we go like that. But before we do that, we're going to have to put a little bit of fire on there.
So you put on that fire while I hold this down.
Okay. And I think I'm going to sort of try to make a bit of flames.
You don't even really need to cut it. Just make it more of a 3D kind of.
And then squeeze it with the cellophane.
Do you think it would work if we glued it, or no, it wouldn't work?
Maybe.
Should we try?
Yes.
Might as well try. It's the only way artists get good at stuff.
Yeah, you gotta give it a go.
Take chances.
We got some wood for our fire. Bronson had to go out to the cold winter days to get the firewood.
And instead of putting our tin foil up like that and our red paper, we just crunched it into a little ball at the bottom, put the red paper on it, made a little teepee instead.
It's ready for some action.
And the bottom, we just put on a wood piece all underneath so it just goes all together. And whew, it's pretty hot.
Ouch.
And now it's time to put our fireplace in its spot. And that's our fireplace in the home zone. We all have special occasions and events in our lives where gifts are given and received. Here at the Earth Table, we will honor those gifts by reusing the packaging, gift wrapping, and even the cards, here in the Art Zone. Today is the biggest day of my family's life. It's the greatest day ever. We got a new TV. The old one had the worst color. Everything was either orange or green, or it had lines running up or down. That TV gave me a headache. We're going to put the new one in the family room so we can all use it. My mom thinks I'm gonna turn into a couch potato, but I've got other stuff to do besides watch TV all day. Just look at all this packaging. There are so many crafts we can make out of this stuff. We could use this box for carnival days. And sponge with the styrofoam. And the rest, we'd probably recycle it. Boxes are incredibly diverse.
Hey, could you do that again so I could see how it's done? Take a look again.
We're going to take a look again on how to create a paper collage landscape.
You will need old magazines, cards, a piece of cardboard, glue, and a pencil.
Go through the magazine and collect all the colored pictures you can find.
Cut or tear the pictures up. Divide the colors into piles. Have a picture of a landscape for reference.
Take your piece of cardboard and draw the outline of a landscape. Decide what color you want to put in each section of your picture. Say, for the river, you put blue bits.
The river can be any color you want. Fill the spaces with bits of colored paper, overlapping as you go.
Start gluing your colors into place. The colors are brilliant.
Art zone, art zone. Art zone.
Look at all these fancy glass bottles and jars. Cool shapes and colors. Green, white, clear. Glass is recyclable, but it can also be used in crafts. You can paper collage around the bottle, creating interesting images, add any kind of decoration you like, and they'll make great vases and gifts. This one would look really nice with some flowers in it. My grandma would probably use some of these for canning. My grandma makes the best jam. I'm craving some bannock jam right about now. They're great for storing things too. You can store beads, buttons, and any kind of little odds and ends. And if you can't reuse them, it sure would be great if you recycle them.
Hey, could you do that again so I could see how it's done? Take a look again.
We're going to take a look again at how to make a fireplace and mantle.
You will need a medium box, cardboard, sponge, brown paper, glue, tape, and paint.
Cut the area where the firebox goes and cover the box with brown paper.
Blend your colors together for the brick.
Sponge the fireplace with a brick-shaped sponge. Alternate the brick pattern so it looks like real bricks and mortar.
Cover your mantle cardboard with brown paper. Draw a wood effect by using brown felt. Make a cozy fire with the logs in this area. Here in the Art Zone, we are committed to treating Mother Earth in a respectful and gentle way. That's why we all use recycled materials when we're making art. We want to keep the earth in a good way because we all need clean air and water. A clean earth is important for healthy living for all beings. So do your best and see what you can do for Mother Earth. Let's all take care of her. Art is seen all around us every day, from drawing, painting, animation, beading, and film, and lots more. Today in the Art Zone, we have a wonderful guest who's going to tell us about art in their traditional language. Hello, Mary. Welcome to Art Zone. I see you brought some inner cedar bark with you. Why don't you explain a little bit about it?
Kan exclusion shen school like it. Is there what you name with chatter water? So all she chatter water. This hour, till at it is killer all or shonash, trapper. Ladies, notes can check numbers, Squanum is a Slatty Ice Motor Needles. Nick Enash, Shonash, Silacha, Shonash, the Muta, Nick Silacha, Slatty Esmud, Shonash. Or Escolnash, Colum, Kikmuta, Nichauna, were Pel Ushacha. Nisjauna and was Luch Cha. That is what Shichosha. Nis Esmuta is ours maze. Muta is auna. Who eat it was closhams. Ask a stackmal Jawa or what. Kala ko taktik matlo skulklisham. That is the Chatawada.
Thank you, Mary. It's wonderful to hear your traditional language.
Kukstum.
Thanks to all of you for joining me today in the Art Zone. Life is good. It's all good. Art and craft making and being respectful to the natural world. See you again soon, and remember, use your imagination and have fun. Peace.
Take a look around and what do you see? Many materials for creativity. Now you're in the zone, ready to hone your skills in the art zone. The zone. Don't be part of the throwaway crowd. Please reuse for crying out loud. Look at that stuff. Now what do you see? Awesome art or something crafty. What can I make? How long will it take? Now you're in the art zone. The art zone. The zone. The zone. The zone. Art zone. Art zone. Art zone. Art zone. Art zone.